Hey guys, Sugar Baby John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So guys, today's video, what we're gonna be talking about is gonna be gear. Now, when I say gear, I do not mean, like we're gonna dive into the different sets, we're gonna dive into substats, so on and so forth. I will do a video on those. That is not going to be today's video, though. It's going to be a video, I would say give me about a week or two, and we'll go really into that, deep dive into that, because at that point, then I'll be able to get some solid numbers for you guys, because I'm one of those guys where I like to make a spreadsheet. I like to have factual data. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, this is what you should get. Like, I want to be able to test it and stuff like that. The game's only been out for about 12 to 13 days now. I think something close to that, depending on when you're watching this video. This may be dated, this may not be that dated. So without further ado, let's kind of get into the video. Also, if you like it, please make sure to like and subscribe. We're getting really close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, which is awesome. I'd be so happy once we hit that. But anyways, what I'm trying to talk about, guys, is gear. Now, as you see here, I have halfway decent champions. We're not doing too bad. I got 1, 2, working on my third, fourth 60 here. I got just enough resources to 60 another one. So we're looking at about 5 60s on my account, and about 12 days in. However, I am starting running into some really hard stops in the game right now. So if I go back in here, show you where I'm at. I'm at chapter 7 right this second. I made it to 7-7. I could probably beat this. I think I can make it all the way to 7-8 just fine. But the problem is it's starting to get hard. Okay, I'm starting to run into errors and spots where it's like, you know what? I just can't keep pushing on. So what that means and what that tells me is that, okay, it's time to start evaluating. What do I need to be doing to really get that much further? Well, in this case, it's going to be my gear is what's the hard stop for me. So let's go ahead and go into gear. Like Balbereth has nothing. I have to keep swapping gear to and from him to actually use him, which is very annoying. But Valeria, I have my best gear on Valeria right now. And let me show you her stats. Keep in mind, this is almost all just like storyline gear. I don't even have a 100% crit rate. Her attack is low and her crit damage is low, guys. This is what I got as a fully geared character with the gear I have the resources for. So what this means and what this tells me is, hey, I need to be able to go out. I need to be able to get the gear. Now, if I'm wondering, okay, what am I going to do for this? Chances are you guys are too, right? So that's the point of this video. Is I want to show you this is where you need to go to get your gear, and this is why. So as you can see here, we'll keep scrolling through some of my characters here. Not the best of gear. We're getting to some kind of slummy gear here. We only have a few champions fully geared, and then we come down here and we got this gear is not even leveled up. It's pretty bad, guys. It's pretty bad. Mary, also a very good champion. I need to get her built so that way I can progress these dungeons, and that way I can explain a little bit more to them about you, or a little bit more about them to you. So with that being said, I'm going to show you, most games have a spot where you come and you farm just your gear, right? In this case, in Awaken Chaos Era, it is the dungeon, aka Arcane Dominator. In here, you will see that you can farm up to 3 different sets of gear in each different dungeon area, okay? Now, as you can kind of tell from the picture here, these are all different elements going into the fight. So you need to combat them with different elements, right? So for example, I've only made it to stage 8 so far with my team, and I have a fairly good team. But at stage 8, I haven't completed it yet. I can only complete stage 7, and this is only going to reward me 3 to 4 star gear, and it's going to be epic, guys. That's the problem that I'm running into is if I wanted to go farm just by gear, this is where I would go. And that's not good gear. That's going to be a waste of my energy, because honestly, I'm not going to use a whole lot of it. And upgrading stuff in this game is super, super expensive. So I would highly recommend not farming low tier gear, because what's going to happen is you're going to farm it, you're going to use it, and it's not going to get you very far, and you're going to be out of resources when you do get a good piece of gear. That seems to be the biggest thing about this is it's a brand new gacha game. Managing your resources is going to be key, guys. I'm telling you right now, you need to manage your resources. Don't go out and blow all your resources, because what's going to happen is you're going to get a good pull. You're going to get something good, and you're going to be just over here with your hands up going, man, I don't know what happened, dude. I can't do anything. I don't have any resources. I hate to see that happen to you. So that's why I'm kind of giving you a heads up right now. Okay. So here's my suggestion. I'm telling you, don't go farm in the dungeon. And you're like, John, why would I not farm in the dungeon? Well, unless you're coming down here and you're hitting 11 or 12, Honestly, 12. I wouldn't even waste my energy with 11, 12, because it's guaranteed 5 and 6 stars at least. I mean, really all you're doing is burning up energy. That's all you're doing. Because what you can do is you can come in here and let's show you. You can go into the adventure mode. Like I said, I'm stuck in, I'm not stuck. I could probably move forward a little bit here. But what happens when I click on like 7-3? What are the rewards? Well, would you looky there? There's 5-star gear, epic gear. Okay. Now, if I don't get this, right? Say I don't get the 5-star epic gear, what can I get? Oh, I can get, likely loot of 5-star common gear, uncommon gear. Okay. At the end of the day, that's still better. The stats on these pieces of gear is going to be higher. You're going to have a higher chance to roll these up further than you would if you were to take like the 3 or 4 stars up to epics and roll them up. And when I say that, I'll show you kind of an example of what I'm talking about. So if we go in here, let's go into one of my heroes here. Just pull up Balberath. Let's say manage gear. Manage gear. Okay, so let's pull up an example here. So we have a 2-star, right? Here's a 2-star, what is this? 2-star elite piece of gear. Speed is only 1 and crit damage is 2. Okay, so these are the substats. So that means if you were to waste your resources upgrading this, right? The increment that you gain is gonna be significantly less than it would be if you were to come up here and say this uncommon 5-star. See, this is 5% crit damage right here. What was this other one down here? 2. Notice that difference, right? So that also transponds into the amount that those substats can increase, okay? So just because this has, more substats unlocked down here, but it's 2 stars, doesn't mean you're gonna get the stats out of it. Also notice that the main attack is 24, whereas if we come up here to these uncommons, well, the main attack is 56. That's over double, right? Over double for it. Granted, this is a 5-star piece of gear, but that's why I'm bringing it up. Actually, here, let's compare it to the same exact one. It's still 56. Oh no, it's not the same one. Sorry, it's close. My bad. I misjudged. But either way, the stat difference is widely different. So don't waste your resources. You don't want to, just trust me, you don't want to waste your resources. But what you could be doing is a couple of different things. So yes, in adventure mode, because you're going to go, hey, John, I don't know, where should I be farming in adventure mode? I don't have a good answer for that for you. I really don't. I do apologize. I'm not the all-knowing Trigger Happy John, unfortunately. And I actually haven't really spoke to the developers, so I don't know if they have a plan either. But if you notice, yes, it does not tell you, hey, certain pieces of gear are going to be found here. Now, I do know some people swear by, Chapter 3 supposedly is supposed to be, for your speed gear, your raptor gear. If that's true, I can't verify that at all, and you will not know by going through and selecting the chapter itself. So if, for example, I've heard Chapter 3 is speed gear, let's go look at it. Well, it doesn't tell me what it is. It just says random, so it may or may not. You don't know. But one thing you can do that I think I'm going to be doing moving forward is simply this. Go into your heroes, and I'm going to be focusing on my glyphs, okay? Notice here I got my glyphs level up to 5. I need more. So what do? You click on it and you say, oh, hey, this is where I got to go to get these glyphs. Well, by doing this, it keeps me in Mythic. This is going to be farming gear, right, guys? On top of that, I'm also going to be farming for my glyphs. So this is a twofer. It's literally a 2-for-1. You need gear to progress, and you need to glyph your characters to progress, right? On the top, on the other end of that too, you can also get, these summoning crystals, the blue summoning crystals, which those go a long way, right? I'm sure you saw the last video where I kind of showed you that, hey, if you summon them and sacrifice them, what you can do is you can sacrifice the summons for more of the shards, so that way you can get the advanced summoning shards. So definitely check out my last video if you haven't, and it'll kind of give you more information on that. But yeah, guys, that's the big thing I want to talk about today is if you would like to get gear and you're struggling, this is what I highly recommend. I do not recommend you guys going into the dungeon and farming until you can get to those high tiers, because what's going to happen is you're just going to waste time. You're just going to waste time and energy, unfortunately, and ain't nobody trying to do all that, right? Ain't nobody trying to do that. There we go. So now I've got that one to the tier 4. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to select which one I want. I'm going to go farm it. And I'm going to hope that I get some good gear with it as well, guys. But yeah, keep that in mind. Don't be coming in here. Do not go to No Man's Land, or sorry, Arcane Dominator and farm all these unless, keyword, you're down here at the bottom too. If you can hit these 11 and 12 spots, then yes, you are good to stay in this dungeon. I highly recommend whichever one you can get the furthest on, staying in that particular one, clearing it all, getting the gear you need, upgrading some of it, and that way you can move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. All right, guys? So that's going to be it for today's video. If you watched the entire video, I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. So until next time, peace.